Well, we are live on Facebook. I want to welcome everyone and hello, Mickey.
Hello, Kate.
Uh,
Hello, everyone.
so
This
it's
is a
a
special evening.
it is, and it's a couple of days. The actual new moon is August 16th, and there is a special 5:38 a.m. New York time.
Yes.
So we're a couple of days early because we're busy people. And
And
we want to give you guys all the time in the world to get this going with
prepare for this
yourself.
one.
Exactly, exactly. And the meditation today, it's so funny because I went into meditation, maybe an hour ago, and spirits like talked me through blah blah blah, and it was still 22 minutes long. So I know. So this one might be a little longer than normal. I see Audrey is on. Hi, Audrey. And Carol is
Hello,
on.
sweetheart.
Hi, Carol.
Hello, Carol.
I've got to figure out how to turn this off. It keeps blooping.
Oh,
Well, all right. So I turned my sound down at least. Yeah. Yeah, things are making noise here. So I am alone today at the Healing Center. If anybody does show up, the door is open in the back. Hopefully they'll be very quiet. But this new moon it's so special.
yes,
It's new
yeah.
moon in Leo. It is fiery orange, so I wore my orange scarf to go with it. Mickey did too.
Roar. Yes.
Yeah.
In honor of Leo. Yes.
Nice. Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Brenda's joining us. Brenda is one of my
Hello, Brenda.
Reiki 1 and 2 students.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carol's a Reiki 1 student and wonderful friend. Actually, Carol and I are going out afterwards for listen to some live music.
That sounds so inviting.
Yes, and especially after the meditation we're going to have. So this new moon really is about cleansing and clearing first.
Yes.
Anything that isn't working for us, anything that might be in our way, anything, whether it is your own stuff or if it's stuff that's around you, you can clear that. We're going to go through that in meditation. I'm going to show you, give you some more resources in our quantum jumping area, to where you can cleanse yourself and your auric field and your past even. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
That one is very interesting when you jump in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you're not, so, you don't have to think about changing the past, but you're changing the emotions around the past. You're changing, instead of thinking, oh, this was done to me and this is terrible and it was awful. It's now going to be, thank you for putting that there for me to experience. And it's now made me the person I am, and I'm grateful for it. So it's that kind of change.
And the one doing the putting of putting that in your life, blah, blah, blah. Always remember, you got to stand in the mirror when you say, you put so and so in my life, because guess who did it?
Exactly.
Well,
Right. And when I said that, I'm thinking the universe, but
yeah. Well,
you
guess who
are
that is?
exactly, you are the universe. So from that point of view, we're going to be releasing, we're going to be cleansing, and the same thing you do to your crystals or whatever, you put them
Yeah.
in new moon energy to cleanse them and clear them.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a little healing. We haven't really done much of that in these meditations, so I want to add a little bit of healing touch to this particular, I wasn't going to put the healing in, and the spirit really wants it in there. So healing touch. And then we're going to set our intentions for the new one. Now that we're going to be cleansed and clear, and we're going to not have any negativity around us, then we're going to move to a place where we can set brand new intentions that are going to work for us. And, so basically that's the gist of what the journey is going to be like. And there will be plenty of time to come up with exactly your own thoughts and feelings, and And these are going to be like buildings that I'm going to take you to, buildings. And there will be buildings that you can create whatever you want out of those buildings, whether you want to make them a library, or you want to make them Akashic records, or you want to make them, well, I don't know, a school, you know, a university, whatever. It will be up to you, but I'm going to give you 3 rooms to work with today. And
That's nice.
yeah, and then a village that you can do whatever you want with, because it's your village.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. And a meditation similar to this, I did when I was at Lilydale, God, years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And I did spiritual insight training with people at Fellowships of the Spirit. And that's a little church that's right outside Lilydale proper, it's on the lake. And beautiful, beautiful teachings. And that was one of the things that I really took away with me and brought home, and I use it a lot. Yeah.
Sounds very good. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Joanne Green, hello. She said
Hi, Joe.
she's having technical difficulties today. Well,
That is
Joe.
that's the text for the day. Yeah. Our
Yeah,
scripture today is technical difficult.
exactly. And so now that you can hear me, Joe, everything is about clearing away whatever you don't want. So, and that includes technical difficulties.
Well, this really is about the process of delimiting. The stuff that's taking up space that's not being used is limiting us. So therefore, we're doing delimiting today. And it's been reinforced several times since we last got together that the process of taking away what you don't need is extremely important for the process of putting your intentions out there and letting them grow, and put new things in your life. You've got to get rid of some of the flotsam and jetsam that's there.
Yep.
And that, I cannot believe it came out of my mouth. I am the world's biggest hoarder. So I thought, but I need this stuff. Well, it can't be any of my books, and it can't be. I have to admit, there's loads of stuff that needs to get out of here. And it's very, very, very difficult to do. What happens is I get this stuff out, I get it all boxed up, and the box sits there a year.
Oh,
Now that's being really more truthful than I planned when I started that sentence.
that's
But
kind of funny. I have a bag of clothes that I thought, oh, I'm going to take these. I'm just filling the bag. Before I knew it, it was in the cellar with,
yeah.
I put it away. I
But
get
it is really an important part of the process. And it's just as significant in terms of us understanding our ability to, quote, create. Because we're creating a new space every time we get rid of something that's not necessary. So it's part of the creative process. It's not a downside, it's not a bad thing. It's just part of the recipe.
Right. And when you clear physical space, you are creating a feng shui type of life. You
It's
are
a different
placing
resonance.
things in a different flow of energy around you.
Yes.
And if you do that clearing and placing of objects that you're going to keep in an intentional way and set those intentions, it's even stronger.
It's very, very true. That is so true. Now, people tend to hear what they want to hear. And you hear what you want to hear is the part that you feel you can do without too much ruffling of your feathers. So I implore you, listen to this straight up for what it is. Get some of that garbage out of it. Admit it. There are things and people that need to be gone. Okay, you've been gone. you know, and that's hard to say to folks, but it's very true. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to the negative people in your life and say, you're really negative. Oh, wait, I don't ever want to talk to you again. You don't have to be like that. But you can start to scale down how much of an influence they have on you, which means you'll stop paying attention to the whatever crap they usually talk. And you can start to be careful that you don't even book them in your day much more often than you've been doing lately. They can't just snap their fingers and say, hey, I need you to do this, 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 and this, or and just step into your life uninvited. Even when they're close people, you have to be in complete awareness. I won't say control. You have to be in complete awareness of the influence you're allowing and inviting. And that's what it's all about. You start to be able to manipulate your intentions much more closely and your manifestations by admitting you're in control. And that's where some of us are having a problem.
Yes. And we are, I even said this to Mickey earlier. I said, oh, when so-and-so comes around, it throws me off my game. And she's like, who's throwing you off your game? What are you allowing to have happen? And I'm like, oh, I know that. I just, I said it in a wrong way. And you'll be, and it's true. Only you can choose to react however you choose to react. Nobody can make you react in any specific way. So it doesn't matter if it's a significant other, if it's a family member, if it's a husband or wife, or if it's the next door neighbor. It doesn't matter who it is. It matters how you react to them. When irritation meets irritation, you get more irritation. But if irritation is met with loving kindness and understanding, or just doesn't matter, thank you, have a good day, and turn around, it diffuses everything. And that can mean the difference of having a shitty day or a great day.
Yeah.
For you and the other person. That's key too, because we are that ripple effect. When we throw irritation right back at the person that's irritating us, we're just making
we fill their tank. We've given them more gas.
Right. We don't want to be their food anymore, right?
We've replaced whatever negative fuel they used up in attacking us. We're like, here, you can use this for your next one. No, I refuse to go there. You stand right there and I'll be back. But if I'm not back by that time, I'll be back at 8 and we can really have a blowout. But if I'm not back by 8, start without me.
I love it. I love it. Nice. And we can do this with anybody.
Yes.
And you don't have to be mean, and you don't have to be derogatory. You can be kind and loving. And sometimes those people have no idea what to do with kind and loving. And
no, they don't.
You're planting those seeds. And the time of the new moon, when you think about that, like that alone is an amazing intention to set for yourself, without any other intentions that you may want, but to be a more kind, loving person. And that doesn't mean a doormat, it doesn't. I used to be a doormat. It doesn't mean a doormat. Like,
no, it doesn't.
No, it means that you stand in your power and you only react to positive things. And you have no reaction to anything that's negative. You just walk away.
Well,
have a nice day.
I'm not going to own whatever that person's trying to hand me and gift me of their crap.
Right.
I'm not going to own it by engaging with you.
Mm-hmm.
I might just look at you in a funny way. I might even laugh. But it's like, it's not my animal, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Exactly.
Enjoy yourself. I'll be back when you feel better.
Yep. Go ahead and start without me. I'm good. I love that. I'm going to use that one. And please, everybody, feel free to use whatever the heck we throw
out. Here. It's an old one.
Yeah, we're here to help and assist and whatever. Joe says, does that mean dirt in your car? Yes, get rid of the dirt in your car. It will help. Right? You don't want any dirt on you. Look at me, I'm all dressed in white. I don't want to sit in dirt.
Mm-mm.
So neither do you. Get rid of the dirt in your life.
Yeah,
Cobwebs
which
can make your mind so clear. And
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, clear all that away. And I'm talking, clearing of physical stuff, dirt, cobwebs, dust, whatever, but also spiritual things and emotional things and physical bodily things too.
But now don't pick too many things to work on at a time, because you can end up feeling inundated. You can feel overwhelmed. And we have to also be aware not to feel guilty about whatever it is you're clearing out. You're going to clear it out and you're going to feel good about making extra space, positive, empty space. But don't use it as an opportunity to say, see, you're just so sloppy. Oh, you know you shouldn't have kept this. That. We're not saying that we're giving you a license to abuse yourself. The guilt has to go. It's not
Oh,
about that.
no guilt.
Okay. It's not about that at all. It's about feeling good about the process that you're embarking on. Feel proud of yourself. I'm really glad that I'm doing this. I'm
Mhm,
really proud of me for taking it seriously.
mhm.
I really like that about me because I follow through, because I'm determined, because I know how to be dedicated. Even when I get knocked down and mess around and don't do it, I always pick right back up and start again.
Mhm.
But those positive messages have to go in so that you feel good about what you're doing.
Yes. Yes. Every day, and I really should know these by now, but every day I say this one line that Seth gave us. And it is, I have to read it. It's the very last one on my readings that I do for the day. He said, I will only react to constructive suggestions.
Yes, that's important.
It's so important because quite often we only react to negative suggestions and we defend ourselves and we have to say why certain things are certain ways instead of just walking away, just
Yeah,
no expression, just no reaction.
right.
And then when something good happens and positive comes your way, then react,
Go
then
bananas.
be joyful. Joy,
Yes.
right? That is why we are here in Schoolhouse Earth. We are here to learn to live in joy and love and what else? Joy and love, all that good stuff.
Peace and contentment,
Yeah, right. All the stuff that lives in your heart space.
all
Right?
the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. Joe says washed. She's washing her floor mats. I hope she's not doing it right now, but that's okay. All right. So any other messages? I don't think I'm seeing anything else. And I put out a little, I made another little chat place here and I put it in there challenging people to do a short meditation every day and the importance of doing these. So we do these with you about every 2 weeks and they're longer ones and they're guided and you can go back and do these older ones, but start thinking about doing them on your own. 5
Mhm.
minutes is all you need. 1 minute is all you need. Just do that 3 to 1 count. Go into your heart space and just listen.
Yeah.
It can be that simple and see what comes up. I've just spent I don't know 4 or 5 days at a spiritualist community and mediums are everywhere and it was a beautiful energy of people that were there and we celebrated the women's right to vote.
Yeah.
That was a big deal and the positivity was there and the joy was there and to be in company with that kind of energy is so incredibly uplifting. And
Yeah.
you can make that everywhere you go, because
It
just
gets easier.
Well, it's like that whole thing about when you're in the dark, one little match, one little light can light the whole room up.
That's right. Yeah.
You could be that light, but we need to practice. And when we practice on our own, and we listen and we connect with our source, whatever you want to think your source self is. If you want to say it's God or all that is, or great spirit, or higher self. Some people say guides. I tend to say source self, which, means all of the above.
Mhm.
Um, and pay attention, to even little things that happen in life,
Tiny.
right, little signs, right? You could just, things could just be absolutely overlooked for years, and then all of a sudden, once you start meditating and connecting, you start noticing the signs, and then react to the signs and acknowledge them. And you'll find that you get more signs and more signs. And that's what we want. We want to know that we're connected to each other and to the bigger picture, and that we're important to be here.
That sense of connectedness, it's easy to miss at first when it starts up. But once you realize that it has ever happened, it will happen again. And the more you get used to it, you will start to hear it in very much more subtle ways. It starts to speed up, and
Mhm,
it's real. I mean, trust me, it's real.
mhm,
A couple of times this past week, when things that I really mind-boggling things happened, that I was told to just sit back and watch, and don't worry about it, just watch. And sure enough, these things came about. At that moment, I found myself thinking of this group and
uh-huh,
saying, what would I do to be able to find a way to get them to really hear us when we're saying, try it, practice it? The stuff really does start to happen. You start to notice that you are getting intuitive flashes,
mhm,
and it's just the most amazing thing.
mhm. I've been doing this. I turned 64 this week, so I'm now 64. So I have been doing this for 15 years.
Mhm,
And I wasn't an avid meditator until probably this last year.
mhm.
And and in the last year, I have gotten more, even in the last 8 months, than I got in the rest of those 14 years.
Yeah.
Um, and it's because I am listening, I am paying attention, and I'm quiet.
Mhm,
There's more time to reflect. It's the first time in my life I've lived on my own. So it's very quiet where I am. There are no distractions.
mhm.
Um, and I'm starting to like it. And I never thought I would. And
It matters a lot to
it
have.
does. And I'm seeing the people that are on here, and yes, some of the people on here live with other people, but I see at least two people that I know live alone with
Mhm.
their animals. And I know both of those people are meditators, and I'm not sure if the ones that live with other people are avid meditators or not. And I'm sure that each one of you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Well, quiet time spent inside your own head is absolutely worth its weight in gold. The
Yeah.
things you start to realize are being sent, quote unquote, to you. You literally can feel things coming in, being given to you as thoughts that just simply appear in your head. Things that you'll, what Oprah calls aha moments.
Uh-huh.
You're you're just going along in a regular day, and then all of a sudden, something you had really been trying to figure out suddenly seems clear as a bell.
Mhm.
Aha, I
Exactly.
could do such as, aha, if only I could, oh, I
Mhm.
could. And that powerful combination, I could, I can, I will, I am. All those things lead to stuff coming to you. And once it starts, it mushrooms. That's why you don't want to be thinking the negative crap, because it comes just as easily too. It'll multiply as well.
It does. And we notice those. We don't
Yeah.
always notice the positive ones, but we notice the negative ones that are like, why does this keep coming to me? Well, why do you think about it all the time?
Well,
You know?
if you look at the TV, you can see instantly what happens because if you notice, almost every show is about something negative happens, and the whole rest of the show is about what people do about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do they solve it? How do they fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? Who ignored it? Blah, blah, blah. And
Mm-hmm.
we call that programming. Well, it is, isn't it?
Good choice of words. Absolutely. All right. So Audrey says she meditates every night while she's falling asleep. Amazing. Best time of the world
Yes.
to meditate.
Yeah.
Brenda says, I knew you'd like it. And Joanne says, yes, she meditates too. And a lot of these people that are on are Reiki people. And when we're doing self Reiki, that is a form of meditation. And I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to talk about that a little bit too, because you don't have to be sitting cross-legged on the floor to do this. You
Mhm.
could be walking your dog, right? That's what Carol does. Carol does mindfulness with her dog out in nature, and that
Oh,
is her meditation. They
that's
get, the
nice.
two of them get a rhythm together, and unless the doggy has to take a poo, it's a it's a continual moving forward. So that's a beautiful time to meditate. But the point of being is you can do this on a walk. You can do this while you're washing your hands. Basically, meditating is just quieting your mind and being mindful of whatever it is you're doing. If it's washing dishes, if it's laying in bed trying to fall asleep, if it's doing Reiki, you can sit cross-legged too. The 22 meditation I did before this, I was sitting on my cushion. And let me tell you, it was hard getting up. You know, but you can also do it when you're eating. You know, you can do mindful eating when you're sitting, instead of sitting in front of the TV. You know, just grab whatever it is, your sandwich or your salad, and just pay attention to the texture and the feeling of the food as it's being processed. And this whole thing is a process, and you'll find that you're not eating as quickly either, which is also good for your weight. So there's more
Right.
positivity there.
Right.
Right. So anything you're doing in the shower is a great place to meditate, you know, because there is nothing to bother you in the shower
Well, we
unless
used
spirit
to
comes to
know.
visit in there, you know.
We used to know how to meditate, and we did it constantly.
We
But
did.
we grew up. All
Yes,
kids meditate. They look out the window in the class, zone the teacher right out, and they're caught up in whatever they're in their little mind.
sure.
They see it clearly, whatever they're thinking about.
Yeah. And what do we call that? Daydreaming.
Daydreaming.
Mhm.
Okay.
So be that dreamer, right?
Yeah.
What was that movie? It was one of those Uncle Buck movies, right? He's a silly heart, and that was a bad thing. Oh no, be a silly heart, be a dreamer.
I didn't see that.
Oh my, I think it was Uncle Buck. But be a silly heart and see the world and taste the world and feel the world through childlike eyes of awe and wonder and what's coming next.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. This is all about positivity. This Leo stuff is so strong and powerful and emotional that we only want positive feelings. We don't want any fear involved. We don't want any negativity involved. Just love, peace, compassion, joy, especially the joy.
Yes.
Joy.
Loads of joy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would make a great license plate. I break for joy.
There you go. Yeah.
People break for all kinds of stuff. I break for joy.
Oh my God, boy, we should really need to go into the t-shirt business. We keep coming
Yes,
up with these sayings and
we should. Yes.
right, like being a spark of God. I love that one.
Yeah.
A God spark. Yeah. So have any of you that have been on here done any special meditating because of the post that I put out? I would love to hear your answers to that. And, I had some people that posted a lot of stuff that they were getting, and then other people were kind of responding to them. But, you guys that are on now are the ones that are here every 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
I would love, love, love to hear, what you're doing in between our times together.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. And I don't think a day goes by, except when I go away. When I go away, I kind of forget, just like I forgot to take my probiotics when I was gone.
Oh,
I know. And then when I realized that I really needed them. So anyway,
that's funny.
when it changes your routine, I guess you allow outside forces to change your routine. And that's something that I need to work on. I need to be more conscious of the things that I need in my life and make them routine no matter where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put probiotics back into my daily pill. So that's funny that you mentioned that.
Well, probiotics, when I don't know what it was, 2 months ago, whatever, when I was so sick, they pretty much saved my life. Yeah,
They're very, very important.
they are. They are. Yes. Yes. And and manifesting and setting intentions for things you want to manifest. I mean, even a positive outlook, that is the best thing to manifest for. Don't
Yes.
manifest for money or a job or a great love. Manifest for a good outlook, a positive outlook, a joyful
Mhm.
life. And then you will find that the job and the car and the love all happen because you're
You've
in
made a
that,
place for it.
you're made place for it, and you're in that like Abraham says, you're in that vortex where
Yeah.
that stuff already is. And when you're negative or you're fearful, you're outside of that vortex, and all that stuff you want is in here and you're out here. So you need to
Right.
get in that joyful space so that you're in the middle.
Yes. It sounds super simple, and we're not oversimplifying it. It is simple.
It is
The
simple.
problem is that you're not doing it.
Yes, that
And
is,
to be honest, that's the problem.
it is.
It's
It
the
is.
only problem, because once you do it, it works.
Yep.
You
And the
see,
more
and once you
consistent
get the
you
first
are,
2 times that it works, no one will have to tell you again.
right.
You'll be so glad and so super freaked out. Oh, I did that. Yes, you did. Now do some more.
Right, right. So I mean, we do it here, every 2 weeks. And I think all the people that are on today do it.
Mhm.
It's the people that listen, and I don't know who else is on. So we're speaking to you to go out and meditate, right? Go out and be meditative.
Kate's so kind. She's just so kind. She thinks the best of all of us. I am also on here, and I am just as guilty of not doing it. There are times when I know I should, and I don't. So that's why I'm telling all of you, don't do that. Go
Exactly.
ahead
I mean,
and do it.
right.
It's not like it's not any of the people watching, because the truth is, we're talking to you out there that are watching this, and we're saying, go ahead and try it. Really do it.
Yeah.
Not just once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in between so you can strengthen it. It's like when you're exercising your muscles. You don't just exercise the one time that you're going into the competition. You've got to do this leading up to that, so that you have the routine, you understand the dynamic, you know what the energy does, you can feel the flow, but it takes time to set that up. The body has to be literally taught, your psyche has to be taught, this is what you want it to do. This is how I want you to function. See, I'm telling you, 333-222-111, we go. And it's, oh, yeah, okay, this is the part where we go. Yes, we go.
Yes.
Like we did yesterday and the day before. And then, oh, yeah, right.
Yep. Now, I want to say one more thing. Mickey said we're talking to all of you out there, but I am looking right now into my own eyes. And I am talking to Kate. And I am speaking with Kate and saying, Kate, you need to do this, right? How many times do you take a pee-pee and wash your hands? meditate, make it mindful, you know,
Right.
just whatever it is.
Yeah, these things have to be made into habits.
Yeah.
Everything else about our life was formed into a series of habits.
Yes. Yes.
So
The only
let's
thing
go with it.
now is we don't have a mom or a dad making us do that, or a priest,
Right,
or a teacher, or government people. It's me. It's me
right.
choosing to say, Kate, this is good for you. You know that it works. Why aren't you doing it? Why did you forget today? You know, shame
Well,
on
this
you.
is the last stage of becoming the boss, admitting that you're the boss. If
Yeah.
someone gives you the job of CEO and you go to the ceremony and everything, you've got the, whatever they hand you and stuff, and you go in that beautiful corner office, 17 secretaries sitting out front. And when you walk in that office and close the door, you don't actually believe it.
Mm,
That's really sad. You've got to go into that office with all that stuff and say, I'm the boss.
I got this.
I got this.
Mhm.
Yep, I'm bad. Yeah, I'm bad. you know, but it's all about beliefs.
Yeah.
And trust me, if that CEO does not really believe it, when he opens the door to come out for a meeting, no one else will either.
Right. He's not going to be effective. Right. Right.
He won't
All
be
right.
there long.
So I have to say, Martin is on it. He's got the cutest little avatar in here. Go,
Hello, Martin.
love you, Martin. And Joe said exactly where I am after we last saw each other and spoke with Kate. She did listen. So God
Oh,
bless you, Joe. I'm
kisses
so
and
happy.
kisses.
Yeah, I mean the best that we feel about ourselves and each other is when you are having positive results, and
Yeah,
we're helping you to know that you're the only one that can make a difference in your own life.
right.
Right? We're not making a difference in your life. We're just letting you know how powerful you are.
Right, because you created us
Yeah.
in your life. Whatever way you see us
Mhm.
is part of what you created. What I'm seeing every day is what I created.
Mhm.
We each see through our own eyes.
Of course.
Now, we trust that we're seeing the same thing, but we don't have a clue. There's no way to prove it.
Right. And we
No,
may not see the same thing. Like,
no, it may
like
look entirely different.
absolutely. I know that for a fact. My ex-husband and I would see the very same thing, and we would have an entirely different story
Yeah,
because he looked at it through eyes that were based on his experiences and his values.
yeah,
And I saw them through my values and experience, and they were very different.
right,
So, and it's the things that we focus on. It's not that the whole scene was wrong, but he may have focused on, well, this piece and this piece, but I focused on that piece and that piece.
right.
So,
So the
yeah,
resonance was off.
yeah. So it's
Yeah,
like we could all be looking at the same table, and Martin could be looking at the top and how smooth it is, and Mickey could be looking at the leg on the left and, oh, it's so ornate, and I could be looking at the part that you pull out to extend it and thinking, oh, how
mhm,
useful that is.
right.
But it's the same table.
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
but it's different for each one of us. So, and that is definitely an oversimplification.
But it's the beauty of why we're here. We're all clinging to each other and reinforcing to each other that this is how we think it works.
Yeah.
And then we're going along lockstep, arm in arm, saying, well, we got this. This is the path we're on. And I see you're on it too. Let's move on together. That's fine.
Before, well, early on in my awakening, let's say, I studied A Course in Miracles.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I want to say the very first lesson was, this table that I see in this room isn't really what I see. And I did not understand that. And I thought,
Mhm.
Course in Miracles, I'm like, I just don't get this. I'm like, I can see the table, it's real, I can touch it, I can, and now 10 years later, and I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Mhm,
You
mhm,
know, so everything's a process. And it's the self material that helped me to really get to this point. And meditation, you know. And I
mhm,
know that, you know, we're calling it a journey now. And the only reason I'm calling it a journey is because I'm taking you on the journey.
mhm,
Spirit is going to lead this journey. When you're alone and you do it, you are meditating. Now,
mhm.
you can make it a journey. You can do the same thing I do. You can go in and say, you know, my source self, show me what you want me to see. Take me where you want me to go, and allow that to happen.
Mhm. I see my life as a journey every day. You know, getting through the day is my current journey, and my meditation becomes the greatest, most effective tool I have for easing my way
Mm-hmm.
through that day, you know.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And there's so many other things that we can put in these laboratories and in these creative spaces. I'm excited. That's why I find it so exciting about what we're doing today,
Mm-hmm.
because this is about to shoot us forward in unbelievable ways.
It,
And then the truth of saying, go ahead and put other stuff in there will make itself even more clear. There's all kinds of stuff you can put in there.
mhm, mhm.
If
Right.
you just
So,
think about it and say it's okay to do it, it doesn't
well,
matter how silly you think it is. It's
as
your space.
right, but as soon as you think of something, you should go into that three, three, three,
Right.
two, two, two,
And
one,
do
one,
it.
one, and do it. And so
Yeah.
that it's there when you're ready. And it could be, it really could be anything. If you had this crazy thought of, I don't know, let's see. Well, glasses. Okay. So, oh God, I wish I had 20/20 vision. I wish there was just a pill for that. Just create one and put it
Yeah.
in your
And
refrigerator,
put it in
and
there.
then and use it then, or use it the next time or whatever, but have it available for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can use it every time you're in there. And then you can also have a pill that you take with you when you come out so that during your day, even when you're not in there, you can say, okay, you just close your eyes for a second and say, I think I better take another one of those eye tablets. And slowly, slowly, I'm not selling you a bill of goods. Believe me, your eyesight will change. I'm not saying you can make it 20/20 in the next 10 days, but trust me, I know. And I know within the last 24 hours. Okay. I had some real heavy stuff simply disappear. I was told in meditation, stop thinking about it. Just go in there, see the specialist, and watch. Watch this. And sure enough, one of the first things she said after she asked why I was there, she said, well, I just did the test and that's not there at all. I said, I beg your pardon. I had already been told it was there, and that my waiting around for 3 years to take care of it was going to really, really make it worse. And I walked in and they said, you know, it's the strangest thing. I'm looking at your past pictures and I'm looking at today's and it's not there. It's gone.
I love it.
Explain that. You know?
And you know, I go back to when I teach Reiki, I tell people, and I'm like, you know, when you were in your mother's womb, nobody told you, you didn't have a manual, but that
Right.
two little cells knew how to form an ear and a finger and all your limbs, and knew how to connect all of the neurons in your brain
Hmm.
and all the nerves. The most intelligent surgeons can't do what we did.
Yeah, already.
So yeah, right. Before we could even talk, we
Yeah,
we,
we're the
we
walking, talking proof that it's
ex-
possible.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we did it. We can do it. Our body heals itself, just like you get a cut on your finger. Your body has tremendous amounts of healing because we believe
Yeah.
we can heal a cut.
Mhm.
But
Right.
can we believe that we can get rid of non-20/20 vision or belly problems or, you know, whatever? We can, when we
Yeah.
believe we can.
It's amazing.
It can be.
It's pretty amazing. And you were a great cheerleader, making
Oh,
sure I stayed on the right positive path.
well, I I sometimes I'm told I'm too much of a cheerleader, but I keep cheering anyway. I keep cheering.
Your pom-poms are welcome on my lawn any day. You can get out there and
Oh,
go, sis, boom, bah.
I'm gonna have to buy some pom-poms to bring with me.
Rah, 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 sis, boom, bah. And I
I,
shall look up and
I,
bah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So anybody on Facebook that wants to add anything or question anything, because I think we're going to get ready to go into this meditation journey, whatever we want to call it.
Okay.
All right. Do you think we're ready? I'm not seeing anything. So I
I
just
think
love
so.
this thing. You all have to go on and look. Martin is going,
Yeah, yeah.
so adorable. So adorable. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna go to it. So go ahead, Mickey. I'm gonna pin myself and
Okay.
you can stop your
I
video
have
or
to
whatever.
say, before we do that, I
Oh,
don't know
wait.
why. Huh?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's so strange, but I was told to tell Martin that whatever that was you were concerned about this morning or earlier in the week, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Martin's got that. Now,
Whatever
wait,
that means.
you
I
got,
have
okay, now there's a question being directed to you, Mickey. Carol says, Mickey, are you familiar with Light, the journal? It's out of the UK. If so, what's your opinion?
I have no idea, but I'd love for you to, hit me up on Messenger or something and tell me about it. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I'm
And
always interested in light.
yeah, so all she has is light in quotation marks. So I don't know. It's the journal. So I don't know what that is either. I never heard of it.
That's interesting. And I am
Carol,
here in England. I'm in West Yorkshire.
okay. Well, Carol is an amazing researcher and she researches a lot of historical things and she's always looking here and there and I'm sure she'll come up and maybe even post it for the group. But
Well, that sounds really interesting. I'm all excited now. I can't wait to find
absolutely.
out
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Right. I love anything light related as well. Yeah.
I do. I do.
All right.
Remember when Star Wars had those phony lightsabers that all the kids got as toys?
Yes.
Oh, we got them at our house. Everybody had one, and we used to play like we could create light across the room. And yes, I'm fascinated with light.
That's a real thing here now. Lightsaber, like dueling.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
come back.
I mean,
It's
for
come
adults,
back.
not kids, for
No,
adults.
it has come back. And the adults who go to all the Star Trek conventions and stuff, they actually made a market for that stuff. And the
They did.
lightsaber was the most popular item of all.
I believe that. Yes, I do.
And those cheap little ones we bought at whatever little place it was, Walmart or whatever, it worth a fortune because they're collector's items. They're from the first run.
Oh,
You see, from back when it first came out.
yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh. That movie came out the year my daughter was born.
good Lord.
I know. She's going to be 46 this year. So that
Oh,
first
Lord,
movie is
really?
46 years old. Yeah.
I'm sitting here saying, oh, about 30 years ago.
Star Wars, 46 years ago. Isn't
Ooh,
that
is
incredible?
great.
Yeah, I know it. And I just know it because I was sitting and I had a great big belly and it was very uncomfortable.
It's funny.
Martin said thank you.
Oh,
So
you're
he
very
understands.
welcome.
He
I
understands.
ignored it twice and it was very adamant. So I had to agree to say it.
Yes.
I have no
All right.
idea why.
Okay. I'm glad that you and Martin connected that. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and pin myself now. Just relax. And this is going to be a guided journey. And we're going to use the 3 to 1 count as always, the easiest way to get in. And as you do this and you meditate on a regular basis, you will find that you can do it faster and easier just by thinking about it sometimes. But we're going to do it by taking a deep breath in. And on the exhale, it's 3, 3, 3. And again, inhale. 2, 2, 2. And inhale again. 1, 1, 1. And know that with every inhale that you take deeply, you go into a deeper, calmer, more peaceful place in your mind. Now, I would like for you to use your imagination, your visualization. Use all your senses and imagine that there's a staircase in front of you. It has thick carpeting and you're in your bare feet. On the right-hand side is a rail and it's wooden and it's smooth, and you hold that rail and you're going to walk down these steps. And with each step closer to the one at the bottom, you are going to be stepping down into your heart space. And you can put your hands over your heart space if you like, if that helps. You don't need to, but it might help. So we're going to start going down from 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper to your heart space. 7, 6, deeper still. 5, 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are now at the deepest level in your heart space, in your meditation room. And this room is familiar to each one of you. You have your couch or your lounge chair, your fireplace. To the left is the door that goes into your creation room. To the right is your quantum leaping door. And that's the door we're going to use. But notice again, if you go around the corner, there's your elevator that goes up to your penthouse that we have created as well. And you can visit those at a later time. For now, we are going to imagine the quantum leap door. So it could be a wooden door, could be a metal door, could be a glass door. You create it. And it's been there before. Mine is wooden. It is an oval-shaped door round at the top. And it doesn't have any windows in mine. But you see yours the way you see them. And I would like for you to set your intention on this side of the door, that when this door opens, we're going to open and go into a meadow. And it's going to have green grass. And on the other side of this door, where this meadow is, we are going to connect with our source self. You may call it your higher self, God, guide, but your source self is what I'm going to refer to it as. And we are going to visit a village. We're going to create an entire village with special rooms, special buildings that we're going to go into for certain reasons. So with all of this in mind, visualizing it, intending that this is truly what's on the other side of this door, I'm going to count to 3, and on the count of 3, this door is going to open outward, and then we're going to step through this door into the meadow. 1, 2, the door is starting to open. 3, the door is open. And we step out, jump out, fly out, however you want to get out that doorway, and you're now in the meadow. Feel your source around you. Pay attention to what you feel like. Do you feel like your physical body has just stepped through this door? Or are you now bigger than ever? You are your source, spiritual light body. Yes, that is how it feels. Now I would like for you to just listen for a moment and hear from the left side of you. There's a creek. You can hear the water rushing. And you can smell the green grass and the moist earth. The smell of flowers that are blooming. and your eyes are seeing the beautiful colors, the green of the grass, the colorful flowers. The water is crystal clear blue. And we can walk closer to this creek. And look, on the other side of the creek, we see a little village with little buildings that are not more than one room each. So now we're going to create a little wooden bridge that crosses that creek. So create that bridge in your mind and walk towards that bridge. Know that your source self is with you. You are protected and you are safe. And you're at that bridge and it has two nice wooden handles and it's just wide enough for two people to walk across. But you can span both arm rails and walk across this bridge, noticing the water underneath you. Listen to the sound that it's making until you get to the other side. Just takes a moment. Now we are going to visit the first three structures that we run into. In the first one, there's two steps that go up into the building. And this building is for clearing and cleansing. And we're all going to meet in this building. So we walk up the stairs, and the building is shaped like an octagon. And we go into the building, and we're all standing in a circle. And we can feel that there's a breeze inside this building, and it is going clockwise. And it's a gentle breeze, but it's almost like the vortex, an upside down tornado, where it's bigger at the bottom where we're standing and it goes to a funnel top that's smaller at the top. And this isn't a strong breeze, but it's very refreshing. It feels cool and dry on our skin, and it's warm in this place, comfortably warm. Now this is a place where we are going to clear and cleanse ourselves of anything negative in our lives, negative thoughts that are coming from us, negative thoughts that come directed to us from the outside, anything that we would like to change. We can clear this away. You know, as if it's a thought coming towards us, we can just take it out and throw it away, throw it up. And that vortex is just going to carry it up and out and cleanse it away from you. If you're cleansing something that's inside of you, just grab it and throw it again. Just do that. Cleanse anything and clear negative thoughts. If you have cobwebs in your head, just clear them away. Just clear them. It sounds so easy, and it is easy. If you think about it, you can do it. You don't have to be physical like I was just showing you. You can just think it and intend that it goes to the top of this vortex and out. This vortex is clearing away all negativity. It can also clear away intentions that you had set that may not be working. Maybe your intention has already come to fruition, and now you don't need that intention anymore. You can clear that away as well. Every time we clear something away, we're making space for something new to enter. So I'm just going to give you, just about a minute, and go ahead and clear as you see fit. now that you have cleared away all negative thoughts, feelings, energies, any intentions, thoughts, feelings, or energies that you need to just move out of your auric field, notice that in the middle of the room, there's a pool of water. And this water is warm and it's blue. And there's steps that go down into it. And we're going to walk down there into this water. And this is going to cleanse our auric field, our entire light body. So let's just dip down into this beautiful warm water and just splash around. You know, it's clearing and it is bringing you joy and happiness to be just splashing in this little pool like a child. And we're all in there as friends together, clearing anything that doesn't bring us joy, cleansing. Just another moment or two. And then we're going to step out, walk up those steps, come back into this vortex with this beautiful warm breeze. And as we're standing there, this breeze immediately dries our light bodies. Right? There's no skin, there's no clothing. Everything is immediate. We intend this to happen. Beautiful. Now, when you are ready, we are going to walk out of this building all together, very mindfully. 1 step, 2 steps. Down, we're on the ground now. Mindfully, we're going to walk to the next building. And the front of that building says healing. We're going to go into a healing building. And again, 2 steps up. 1, 2. And in this building, we see that there are healing beds or cots. And there's one for each of us. Pick one and lie down on it. And as each one of us picks a cot, a healing bed, and lays on it, we are going to ask in unison that our higher self, our source self, work with us, work on us. And we can ask for whatever healings that we need. Do we need better vision? Do we need a better digestion system? Do we need to have something corrected that a doctor has diagnosed us with? We can also ask our higher self to scan our body and heal whatever they find. We are perfect beings, perfectly healthy, perfectly happy. And it's time to heal our bodies. Intend that our bodies are healed. Feel the energy coming from our source. It may feel like heat or tingling. You may not feel anything at all. You may be perfectly healthy. Or you may feel things snapping into place. You may feel things healing as far as better eyesight, better hearing, darker hair. And everything is the perfect temperature. It's the perfect humidity. It's just the perfect place. And we are all here together, feeling this beautiful healing energy. And the love is radiating from each one of us. And it is filling this building, filling it. We are not only receiving healing from ourselves and from our source, but the healing and the love from each one of us permeates all of us. We are connected like never before, connected in beautiful healing energy. And I just want us to sit here with this for a minute or two, feeling and absorbing everything that you need. Now I'm going to ask that you slowly sit up on your healing bed and invite your source self to sit with you and tell your source self what you felt, how you felt, what healing has taken place. You may ask your source self questions if you have them. What did they feel? What did they sense? And then you want to show gratitude for the healing and the attention of your source self. You can hug, you can join your source, but the love and the gratitude for your source self being with you and healing with you and paying attention to your intentions. Love them. And the feeling this room is just the walls are going to burst. They are so full of love and joy and healing. Now, when you are ready, you can stand up and you can bring your source self. Your source self never leaves you, but let them just come along with us. And we're going to walk down those 2 steps. 1, 2 steps down. And we're on the grass again, very grounded, feeling the earth below our feet, knowing that our source is with us and above us. We are a light body at this point. And still in meditation, with intention, knowing that we have cleared anything away that we wanted, any feelings, any thoughts that we didn't want to have anymore, cleared them away, cleansed ourselves in the water, then had complete healing with our source self and healing of each other with our love. Knowing all of this, we walk to the 3rd building. And the 3rd building is the intention building. Again, we walk up 2 steps into this building. And there are little chairs for us to sit in. Very comfortable. Each chair is made for each one of us. Very unique to you. Now in this room, we think about the new moon and a time to set intentions for Wednesday when it comes to its apex. We have cleared space. We have healed our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Now there's room for these intentions. So in this space, with your higher self, your source self, set your intentions together. And these intentions could be as simple as a joyful life, to experience happiness. It can be anything that you desire. And I'm going to give you some time to formulate this in your mind. See it as clearly as you can, what your desire is. I'm going to give you just a moment. Now that you have that desire formulated in your mind, I want you to see it in your mind as you already have it. It's already been completed. It's been delivered to you. The universe has brought you the desire of your dreams. See it as completed. See it as you already have it. Feel what that is like to have your dream come true. Sense it. Now from your heart space, have that emotion of joy, of happiness, of love, attached to the outcome. You can feel what it is to have this outcome, your heart's desire. And I want you to keep this feeling that you already have this with you. You think it, you feel it. That feeling, the process of the thought and the feeling together speaks to the universe. This is time for celebration. This is so joyful. The life that I've always desired, my heart's desire is with me. And be happy. And let's get out of these chairs and go down those 2 steps back down to the soft grass. And you can skip and you can jump and you can woohoo and you can just have a wonderful time. And we can pat each other on the backs and we can hug, we can hold hands, because we have done this together as a unit. We have created our heart's desire together. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Now, as we're still mindfully happy and walking past these other buildings, well, one of the buildings says Akashic Records. Another building says library. And there are buildings without names on them. And you can name those buildings because this is your village. It is our village. And each person can have as many buildings in their village that they want, desire, need. I laid out the first 3, and you can use them anytime you wish. And you don't have to use them in the same order I did. You can just go to the healing building if you want. You could just go to the clearing building if you need to get rid of thoughts or feelings. or you could just go to the intention building, or you can do them backwards. It's all up to you, because you are the powerful source of all that is. And nothing gives us more joy than to create. Right? Oh, you can make a building an art room, a meditation room. Right? There's thoughts are coming into my head now. We can set up times to meet each other, or you can visit these alone and just see who's dropped in. It's a beautiful feeling, and it's a wonderful place to be. So let's start walking mindfully still in this beautiful space of love and joy. Maybe a little quicker than before, because the joy is just so hard to contain within us. We want to dance. Oh, let's make a music building where we can dance. And as we walk and we get towards our little bridge, and we never have to create it again, because we have created it. It is there. It is permanent now. And we walk over the bridge onto the grass on the other side. And we see our quantum door, and it's open. And we do need to go back inside. It's time. So let's go back inside our heart space through that door. And on the count of 3, that door is going to close. So go ahead in. 1, 2. The door is starting to close. And we're all inside now. 3. The door is closed. For now. Now so we're in our meditation room in our heart space. I would just like for you to sit here for a few moments. Lay on your couch or your lounger, or you can go into your creation room, whatever you want to do at this point. But I would like for you to process for a moment or two what just happened and what you are going to bring back with you to the physical 3D world that we're going to join in just a moment. So just relax for a few moments. Mindfully process your feelings, the clearings, the healings, the intentions already happened. Process the power of the mind and yourself. You and your source are one and the same. Know this. Feel it. Believe it. Just take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in and out. And I would like for you to start just stretching a little bit, feeling like you are, again, this physical 3D body. It has been, 30 minutes that we have been a light body that was much bigger than this physical body. And that light body is still all around us, but we are now feeling this physical body, moving it around, doing a little stretching, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, watching, coming back to this room that you are physically sitting in, watching this broadcast. Not forgetting anything that we experience together. The people that are on at this moment, and the people that are on in every moment. It is a lovely feeling. Now I am going to remove my pin, and when everybody is ready, they can share or they can keep processing. I'll put my glasses on to read what might be here. Yeah. It's funny, right before meditation, we started talking about Star Wars. And it definitely evoked this galactic feeling within me, maybe within each of us, being bigger than life. Martin says it was his first movie he ever watched at the theater with his dad and the neighbor kids. And it was paired with a double feature with Soylent Green. And Audrey said, I needed that. I did too, Audrey. Thank you so much. Hello, Mickey. So everybody just needs to feel what they feel and come back in your own time. Joe said, wow, that's the happiest I have been in so very long. Me too, Joe. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me and everyone else. Just know that this feeling of happiness, of joy, can be with you every day, every moment. You only have to react to positive feedback. And you create positive feedback for everyone. Welcome back, Miss Mickey.
Oh.
It's okay. This might be something that we need to sit with for a while, you know? So it was about 25 minutes, I think. It's two, that can't be right. That can't be right. It says it's 2:55. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock.
What?
Is that right? Is everybody else getting that right time? Oh my gosh.
It's ready to be 8 o'clock here. So,
Oh my gosh.
so that's 3 o'clock to you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have no idea where we just were or how long that really was.
I'm speechless.
I'm a little on the speechless side myself.
I have not been that deep in years.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. Yeah.
Not since the last time I was physically with Bert.
You know, Bert's always with us right now.
Yeah, but this was different.
Yeah. Wow. Holy mackerel. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even, and you know, nobody's ever heard that come out of my mouth.
Okay, so I know that we talk about timelessness and I know that we speak about it, but I think we just experienced it.
There were at least 6 beings that I felt and saw with you, behind and above you, that were literally just like playing a recording through your brain. And I mean, the thing of being led, we were quite led And it was indescribable. I was very grateful. When you first told me about wanting to do something with new buildings and stuff, I was like, I don't want buildings. I like my lab. I'll have other rooms in mind when they can have separate buildings. I had to accept the fact that that was one of the most profoundly effective methods of creating spaces in there that I have ever seen. And I was quite impressed, and I was not alone, and it was quite interesting. There was a lot of laughter and a lot of see.
Oh, so Joanne said, I'm right there with you, Mickey. And Martin said, there's no shortage of time.
No.
No.
I'm quite moved.
And it's kind of blowing me away that everybody is still here and it's 3:00.
I'm totally blown away.
I
And
am-
they take me the rest of the night to
I
get
am
together.
blown away. Carol is still with us too. She said that was fabulous. I had people popping in, some I knew, some I did not.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. There were people, there were beings there that I didn't know that had come to help and aid. And so, especially when you got into the building that was for healing.
Ah,
I had gotten so deeply into the first one that when it was time to go scuttling out, to touch the feet on the grass and everything and go to the next one. And I was so shocked by what the healing one was. It had all kinds of nuances in it and experiences and things. The parade of other beings and probable selves, when I said that I released all probable selves and all counterparts of mine to now be free to make any changes toward healing and health that may be needed, whether I knew about them or not. Just here's your chance, go for it. And then I looked up and realized there was an enormous number of entities there. And we talk about how, you've got hundreds and hundreds of other yous out there, and blah, 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 blah. This was amazing. I was faced with my own belief. I had to see it, and realize, holy crap, look at all these people in the universe that have come bidden. They were not unbidden. That once I bid them welcome, there was a parade.
they say, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
Wayne Dyer wrote that book, right? Was it him? Yeah, I think so. And I've always heard that, when you want something from the angelic realm, ask, that they can't jump in and change your life, but ask.
Exactly. You have to ask.
And that is what we ask.
And I have asked. I do ask, but I have never gotten a response like that one. That was a crowd.
Carol just said 2 of her friends who were partners and they have passed on came.
Oh, that's so nice.
Very moved.
Oh, yes. I'm quite moved.
I'm really quite blown away. Yeah.
Mm.
I think everybody should have some water, ground a little bit. I mean, this was deep. This is not what I expected at all. Spirit keeps surprising me with more and more.
Not what I expected.
No. And
there are at least 20 different significant things that happened between the 3 buildings, or 4 buildings, because the 3 new ones and the one we were moving from.
I like the whole idea of having the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, when we walked out of the Intention building, the dancing and the jumping and the skipping, it was just like the energy was off the chart. Totally.
Right.
Brenda is still with us. Brenda is still with us too. She said, I am always so deep that I don't remember where I was. Is that odd? not just today, every time.
Well,
So what I would suggest, Brenda, is intend in the beginning that you remember everything. I said at the very tail end, maybe start with that, and maybe that's something I can remember for next time.
but when it's going to happen will be the right time for it to happen, because sometimes we become unaware of the script that's being read, brought to us during it, because if it's something that we are having trouble processing or giving permission to, then if we're quietly blank and we're not aware of it, all the programming went in and we're just going to go on and react to it. But if you have something where, how can I put it? You're going to pick it apart and say, well, that's nice, but I don't ever get so and so. To quell all of that, I have found that when I do a particularly important meditation like this one, there were whole parts of this I am not aware of. I was off somewhere doing. When you said you were glad for the dance floor, I don't remember one.
Ah.
I didn't hear it because I was already off doing stuff and gone.
Carol said the same thing. She said, Brenda, I don't remember a lot of it either.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it without actually counting myself down to hear some of what was said, because there were parts where I came back for a second and realized, oh, yeah, right, we're doing this, but I was gone. Off I went again.
Well, and also know that you were there, and
Yes,
and everything that was said, that was felt, that you experienced, you have, and it
yes,
will show itself at the right.
yeah, yeah. That's why don't worry about whatever part you
Not at
blanked
all.
out on, because your higher self decided you don't need to hear this part. Just do what I'm telling you.
Yep. And when it is time, it
It
will
will reveal
emerge.
itself.
It
Yes,
might reveal itself in a dream. It might
right.
reveal itself in somebody you come walk and run into, an old friend. It might be a memory that comes up all of a sudden. It can come in many ways. Just notice signs, notice things that are a little unusual. That could be part of it. Let's see. Carol said, not remembering is fine as I go in and out, but remember what was significant for me. It's like
Right,
dreaming for me. It is, Carol, you're right.
right.
And Joanne said the dance floor wasn't there that I remember. Okay, I got to talk about the dance floor. On the way out, all of a sudden I said, oh my gosh, we have to make a music hall where we can dance. And that was as we were walking to the bridge. So
Really?
yes, yes.
Oh, and that whole thing
Oh,
about the bridge, that took my breath away, because it was the creation of the bridge going across the lake was something out of my very, very, very deepest, happiest memories of a place. And I was shocked to hear it duplicated.
nice.
And I heard laughter.
Don't know who that was.
Yeah. But it was quite funny that was, see, did you see the bridge? Did you see the bridge?
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want everybody to be very safe, right? I'm the one, I have to get in a car here and go.
Have fun. I'm going to be chilling.
But yeah, I'm going to have some water, and I definitely have to get more into my body. So that is important for everybody, to please ground, whether you go outside and ground or intend to ground, have some
Yeah.
water that helps you ground. Go take a shower. That's very grounding.
I tell you how I'm going to ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's this thing I discovered called Ciroc, and I have both pineapple and mango Ciroc. It's a form of
Oh,
vodka, and I am getting ready to commune with Ciroc.
I love that. I love that.
And all I will say is, to those of you who would like to Google it, just look it up on Google. What, what is his name? The great big guy that, oh, well, maybe I'm not supposed to tell you, but he said that the reason he didn't drink water was because there's certain animals that do certain things in it.
Okay. We know
So
that.
look, he's a
Oh,
comedian. Yeah, he's a comedian from the 50s and 60s with the little pot belly and I never drink water because, you know.
oh, so that looks like, oh God, I can't even think of him.
Yeah,
Go.
the name is right on the tip of my
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah. Oh, well.
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, in any event, everybody needs to ground. You need to get into this physical body. Leave your spirit body around you. You know, your spirit body is so big,
It's
and
not going anywhere.
there is no need for it to be stuffed inside this little body anymore. This little body is inside your spirit body. Walk around proudly. Don't ever shrink away. My friend Carol taught me that one. She's like, don't ever shrink away for any reason. Be the big self that you are. Be confident, be happy, be in joy.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Whew, this is gonna take hours. Hours. Hey,
I'm
that was
going,
deep.
I'm going to hear some live music. So,
That was deep.
and boy, this really fits because
Yes.
it does. It does. So,
Oh
wow.
gosh.
I just cannot believe it's like 3:08 is what my computer says. I really thought my computer was broken.
That's what mine. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right.
Amazing.
I tell you, yeah.
Thank you everyone for being on this trip with me. It was great when we were out there together, you know.
I think that was what makes it so powerful.
It
You know?
may be because that was very interesting thing to add in where we come out and we walk together mindfully.
Yes.
And I was very aware of these like blobs of light, you
Mhm,
know,
mhm.
that were all traveling around with
Right.
me.
Most of the other, I mean, the last one we did, we were holding hands in a circle at the
Yes,
very end,
yes,
but
yeah,
this was different, and it was the healing room is when it became so apparent to me.
right. Yeah,
And,
that healing room
and
was off the charts, I'll tell
spirit
you.
spirit is just all around me right now,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
could be that same guy that visited you saying,
right on.
it is. I want to thank each and every one of you because together we created this beautiful reality. I
Yeah,
love it.
it was wonderful. Oh, I can't wait to
I
share it
I
again.
know. I love you all, and please comment whatever you want to say. You can write it here. You can write it in the, I mean, everybody can join the what did I call it? I don't even know now. My brain is like mush. I called it the, did I call it the channeling, the meditating? I called it something, but there's
I don't
an
know.
on there, whatever, something. Just have
You're
a,
the only one who was awake.
you know what? I'm not sure that I was.
Yes, I was gone.
I'm
And
not
I
sure.
only knew I was gone when I popped back, check on where everybody else was, and then out I go again. It was just, your voice was magical. I remember several times coming back and saying, wow, listen to her. It's so magical the way she's saying this. Oh, and then you'd say something that I was thinking, and it was
Oh,
weird. It was very strange.
well, do write all of this down. I planned on getting all this up on YouTube before I went out tonight, but I don't have enough time. It is not going to happen. So I will probably have it up by tomorrow at least. So it'll
Okay.
still have plenty of time before the new moon.
Yeah.
And Audrey said, heart, 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 love you. I'm not very good at that.
Sweetheart. I love
And Brenda
all.
said, love you, everyone. Love you, Brenda. And love you, Carol. She said, love to all. Joanne said, thank you. Praying hands for everything.
Namaste.
Namaste. Amada Padme Hum. Love you all.
And the African one is Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.
Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.
Spiritual power, spiritual power, spiritual power. Multiply.
Love that. Love that. Asheo. Ashe, Ashe,
Ashe.
Asheo. Love it.
A-S-E.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm,
I can't wait to see everybody again.
right.
We then, oh, the next one is the blue moon, right?
Yes.
So it's the 30th of August, and I don't know when we're going to do it yet because life is getting really busy and crazy. I would have done this tomorrow, but I have a dentist appointment. I have a cavity. I'm like,
I
really?
have a suggestion. When the moon is actually the time for it to be the right moment, then do the meditation again.
Oh, and that would be August 16th at 5:38 in the morning in New
Right.
York. In New York.
Right.
So that means it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10:38 in the morning for you, right?
Yes. But
Hey,
that would be
I need my
time
fingers, but
to
I can do it.
replay it. Yeah, replay it on YouTube and just go to your levels and do it again.
Very nice. Very
When
nice.
it's at its power point, because this one is a monster.
Yeah.
And this time, it's happening.
And
It's
please, you guys don't need me to do this, right?
no,
I mean, I did these classes with Bert Goldman, as Mickey did. Mickey did them 40 years ago. I did them 10 years ago.
yeah.
And I'm sharing these. Mickey and I we've talked a lot about it. We've shared it with each other. We want to share this knowledge with you guys. It is powerful, but it's powerful because it is for you, that you
Yes.
can do this. It is giving you the power. It's not me that wields the power. I am just sharing so that you have the power.
Yeah.
Roanne says, I meditate better with you, but I do it on my own. I love
It's also on YouTube.
yes.
He has his own on YouTube if people look it up.
He does. That's why I always give his name, Bert Goldman.
Yeah,
he is the master. And but the other thing that Joanne is
it's
saying
quite a character.
is when it's just like the religion says, when more than one gather in my name, it's more important.
Right.
When we meditate together, it gets bigger and it gets more significant and it gets deeper. So when we're together and there's this many of us together and we're all doing cleansing together, we're all doing healing together, we're all setting intentions together, even though they're all different stuff.
Yeah.
It's our energies. And in that healing room, we were giving love and healing to each other, to the space. That room was just like, it was going to explode. It was so full.
Well, it was like a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. A universal heartbeat. I am convinced from many times out there that the universe has a beat. It definitely has music. I've heard it.
Yes, it's a frequency. Yes.
Okay. It has a musical, almost like an orchestration that's playing, but it has a beat. It has a throb, a thump.
I agree with that.
It's hard to describe, but there's something about, you can feel it. It pumps.
Yeah.
But then everything vibrates, doesn't it? So yeah, that's the oscillation.
So anybody that does the energy ball, you can feel it. You can feel it. And I think that is the universe. I agree 100% with you, Mickey.
It's alive, that's for sure.
Yes, we are. Remember, we are the universe.
We are the universe.
Yeah. I love you all. I have to say goodbye. I love you all. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Everybody. Bye.
See you all for the new moon. Oh my God, the blue moon is next. Yeah. All right. Blue moon. Bye.